Hi, everyone. Welcome to LuLaHappy Homies. I am here today just to kind of welcome you to the team and just to kind of go over a few things that you guys that I think are going to be really important for you guys to know moving on in the future with LuLaRoe. So let me share my screen so you can see what I am looking at here. Okay, so welcome. We are so excited to have you guys here with us. This journey is quite an amazing journey, I'll tell you that much. So let me kind of go over who we are with this, who we are. In the top picture, you will see the beautiful Jan Stidham, who is the owner and the mastermind of LuLaRoe. She is, if you've never met her, she's amazing, just an amazing woman. And then in the middle of the page, you're going to see Jamie Bagley, who is my mentor, or who is the team mentor, and she's also my sponsor. So I am lucky, we are all lucky to have Jamie a part of our team. Jamie was the number 2, or Jamie is the number 2 consultant in LuLaRoe. So she was the second person to ever sign up with LuLaRoe when at that point she was just selling unhemmed maxi skirts. Can you imagine? Unhemmed maxi skirts. And Dan came down there, got stuck in Colorado, where Jamie used to live for a couple of days because they had a big snowstorm, and she was hooked. So if you've never heard Jamie's story, it's pretty cool. How they would call up and say, just give, I need 50 maxis, and they would get 50 maxis. They would call it in or text it in, and then the order would be placed over the phone. So kind of cool. And then in the bottom right-hand corner, I am Amy Homan. I am the coach of LuLaHappy, and that is my amazing husband, Wes, which you will hear me talk about all the time. He's my biggest cheerleader. He is one of the reasons that I truly think that I am so successful, because he has stood by me and had faith in me since day one, and he has dealt with a lot of cranky mornings and a lot of cranky nights when I've gotten very little sleep during the last 2 years. So I love that man to pieces. So what I want you guys to do right now is I want you guys to start getting to know who is your upline. Knowing your upline is extremely important. The more upline, the more people that you know, the more people that you are going to have as a resource. And in this company, why not have the more resource or the most amount of resources as possible? So start to get to know who is your trainer, who is your nearest coach. We do have 2 other coaches on LuLaHappy at this point. So we have Sarah Clements and Kina Lungelhofer, who are both 2 of my directs that I love absolutely dearly. And they are a plethora of information. They are just a wealth of information. So make sure that you are figuring out who is your nearest coach. And if you want to, just get out there and meet them, introduce themselves, or introduce yourselves to them. Everyone on this team is just absolutely amazing. So we want you to find out what your purpose is. We want to know your objectives. What are your expectations? And then lastly, what is your commitment? Okay, so those are 4 things that are really important for you guys to figure out, whether it's with your sponsor or your trainer or your coach. Okay, so why are you here? That's going to be the first question that I'm going to ask you. Why are you here? All of the people on here that you're seeing on the screen right now, and I love looking at these pictures. It just smile. It makes me so proud. But all of these women on here are here for different reasons. All for different reasons. Some of us are trying to quit our jobs. Some of us are having a little spending money, or maybe trying to build a basement or get a kid in private college. We have one that was wanting a breast reduction. We have so many different reasons and so many different whys. So I really challenge you to talk to the different women on this team and see what they're trying to get out of LuLaRoe. Not only just LuLaHappy, but I'm telling you right now, LuLaHappy in itself is just a world. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. But while you're starting to get your feet wet in the water, I really want you to start figuring out, what is your why? What is your why? Okay, what is your why? Because ultimately you are going to have to use that why as your vehicle. There's going to be so many issues or so many problems or struggles that you're going to have with LuLaRoe. It's a business. So you need to really keep that in mind and focus on it, that this is a business. They're not all going to be these rainbow and unicorn days. There are going to be days where you pop up and you have one person that buys and you're like, what the heck happened? And then the next one you're going to have 50 and go, whoa, same thing you did. Or there's going to be times where you're like, well, I did it last week and it worked just fine, and this week it bombs. So, but that's okay. That's going to happen. But what's going to take place is if you know your why, that specific why is going to help you set your goals and your expectations. Without a doubt, my goal or my why is to put my kids on the bus. Simply to quit my job and to put my kids on the bus and work LuLaRoe full time. Because then that allows me to let them sleep in and not wake up at 5:40 in the morning because we've got to leave the house at 6, which is what we're doing right now. It allows me to get them on the bus and then work my business. And the one thing is you have to realize that you are a business owner. You are a business owner. Okay, so you really have to have goals. That is a must. 100%, there's no excuse. You have to figure out what your why is, and then you can set your goals based off that. So I know, for me, I know what my goals are for me to be able to stay at home and quit a full-time job. And then I can set what my expectations are. Because if my expectations are to work 15 hours a week and for a full-time job, or, in place of a full-time job, my expectations aren't there. Okay, that's just not possible. So with your trainer, with your sponsor, with your coach, you are going to figure out what your why is. Well, you're going to figure out your why, but then with your coach, they're going to help you set your goals and your expectations, because we know a little about this journey. We know that if you're looking at having $2,000 profit, how much do you need to sell? We know that. So we are hoping that we want to see an average of 50 pieces per retailer sold per week. And that gives you about roughly between $5,000 and $6,000 in sales a month. Okay, $5,000 to $6,000 in sales a month. That's not profit; that's just in sales. But with the sponsor, you can kind of go over the details of that. But do you have to be that high? No. Some might be higher. Me staying home wanting to be a stay-at-home, working from home, LuLaRoe, mine's got to be higher. But guess what? If I just want to pay my car bill, I don't need 50 items a week. But we do kind of just do the team average is about $3,500, between $3,500 and $5,000. Well, it's about $3,500 a month in sales. And you're going to have some that have $500, and then you're going to have some that have $25,000. Okay, so just remember that when you're looking at all of these, your goals are your goals. Okay, your goals need to be your goals. Ultimately, it's your goal. But what I'm hoping for is that how many of we have today, we have that same number next year. So 100 today and 100 a year from today. Because for me, success on this team is defined by commitment to succeeding, not the numbers. Someone who's selling $20,000 is not more valuable than someone who's selling $1,000. What to me is successful is, are you working every day at achieving your goals? Your goals. Your goal could be tiny, your goal could be huge. It's your goal. And you got to ask yourself, what's the reward? Okay, what is the reward? Is watching your two little kids put their feet up onto those steps of the school bus? If that's your reward, man, go for it. Go for it. Because ultimately this job, this LuLaRoe is going to have good and bad days. And if you don't have a good why, if you don't know what your why is, you don't know what your reward is for working hard and dealing with stuff and sacrifice and hustling and no sleep or little sleep or missing out on maybe a kid's soccer game here or there, then you are going to really, really, really struggle in being successful. Maybe not being successful, but being committed. Because once you know your why, the commitment comes a little easier. I know that I can be doing a video at, what time are we? At 10:30 at night, when I know, and this is a true story, that tomorrow morning I have to get up at 4:45. Because guess what? My why is stronger than anything else. I will do anything to get those kids on the bus. I will do anything it takes. So knowing what your why is means you will do anything it takes to achieve it. Okay. So for me, it's a huge thing. Your success is determined by yours, defined by you. Okay. Your success is defined by you. Here at LuLaHappy, we definitely are learn-it-alls. We are learn-it-alls. We have so many resources for you, and just LuLaRoe in general has so many resources for your questions. So please make a habit of searching or searching through at least 3 sources before asking someone. Whether it's going on Google, whether it's Fashion Fundamentals, whether it's going on our YouTube channel, our Team LuLaHappy help pages, whatever it might be. This is going to save you a lot of time if you create this habit from the get-go. Being able to search out yourself and not having to wait for someone is humongous. So my challenge for you is to plug in. Our team has weekly webinars. We have daily inspirational and motivational posts. We run challenges that encourage the habits that will build you towards success. We give you so much to help you be successful because, again, you're only as good as your weakest link. And I am a firm believer that with your success comes my success. My success comes your success. In this business, the more people that know about LuLaRoe, the more people that love the culture of LuLaRoe, the more successful we all are. And when I say success, it's not always defined by a dollar amount. Okay, it's not defined by a dollar amount. So when you're going for questions, please try to go to your sponsor or trainer first. That should be your first line of contact. When you can't find it after you've looked at those 3 sources and you're like, okay, I just can't find it. I really, really looked. And then you go to your sponsor or your trainer. You might have to go to your smaller team page. Maybe you go to your smaller team page. Maybe you go to the LuLaHappy Facebook group or the Facebook page. All of these are going to be great sources for information and ideas. You are struggling at finding pop-ups or struggling at sales. So go on the LuLaHappy help pages, and I think I added up to 65 ideas the other day. I did an awesome YouTube video. I did a team call on it. Maybe you're struggling with time management. Have you checked the YouTube channel? Because the YouTube channel has an amazing time management team meeting that we did. And maybe you weren't onboarded at that point. Or you know what, maybe it didn't apply to you at the time. And while you're like, I'm not going to go on it because it doesn't apply to me. Well, guess what? Now you're in your way, oh my gosh, I have no more time. What am I going to do? And that, I'm going to tell you right now, is a struggle. I mean, I am a planner queen. Planner, like, hello, welcome to my world. I have 1,000,001 planners in order to keep me in line and in check when it comes to time management. So we all need that help. So one thing that I want you guys to remember though is your sponsor is a business owner. Okay, so if she's not responding right away, it doesn't mean that she's not going to respond to you. It doesn't mean that you need to private message her or Facebook message her or email or text her 9 more times. She will get back to you, okay? And if it goes 12, 24 hours where she hasn't gotten back to you, then move up. Because maybe she's not seeing it, whatever it might be, whatever the reason might be. But just know that she is a business owner and maybe she is struggling herself. And you know what? Just say, you might even say, okay, I know you're busy. I'll go to someone else. That's fine. That's okay. Okay. But just know that just because she's not responding in an hour doesn't mean that she's not going to eventually respond. I know I'm really bad about that too, just because sometimes my inbox gets really full. So reach out to your sponsor and let her know. This is something that you need to do. This is a must. You need to talk to your sponsor and tell her how often you need to be checked in. It's your responsibility. If you need something, you have to let her know. She can't read your mind. And guess what, guys? She may not even realize it. She is so busy wrapped up in her full-time job, her LuLaRoe, her kids, her husband, her new marriage, her college education, whatever it might be. She may just not even realize it. And it's not because she doesn't care, it's just she doesn't know. So take accountability for your business needs, that you need her, that you need to reach out and let her know what you need and when you need it and maybe even how you need it, okay? So we're all a little different of what we need and what we want from each other. But your coaches and your mentors are also available for ideas and coaching, okay? So be familiar and be willing to reach out and establish a relationship with us. Reach out to successful retailers. Go on the team page and say, hey, I'm looking to get $5,000 in team sale or $5,000 in sales. Who can help? What are you doing? Every single successful retailer have paid their dues and they've become established business or successful business women. So use them as a valuable resource and tap into what they know. So I'm telling you guys, this team has so much amazing, amazing information. The wealth on this team is a crazy amount. So go to them, go to everyone and ask. Don't be afraid. Doesn't matter if you're brand new and other people have been here for 2 years. Who cares? LuLaHappy Homies, I will tell you, LuLaHappy Homies is just such a unique group because the way people care for each other and the way that everyone is willing to help each other out is so, so, so cool to see. Okay? It's so cool to see. Okay, so the next one I really like, and I'm pulling up a quote real quick because this is, where are we? Okay, so right up here, this is a good one because I think a lot of people join LuLaRoe and they're thinking, oh, this is going to be so much easy. Money's going to be, being thrown out of the sky, and it's just going to be it's going to be, so easy. But one thing that you have to realize is it's not easy. Okay, you are going to need to stretch yourself. And I like the quotation that's up there. You can't have $1 million dream with a minimum wage work ethic. You have to have clearly defined expectations. Okay, so some of the things that you're going to do is have to stretch yourself. And today, or I posted this the other day, but perseverance is the hard work you do after you get tired of doing the hard work you already did. Let me repeat that. Perseverance is the hard work you do after you get tired of doing the hard work you already did. You're going to have to go one more step. And when you take that one more step, when you're like, I can't anymore, you're going to have to go one more. Someone defined LuLaRoe like a marathon. And there are going to be times where you want to quit. And I can say this from past experience. I've run 10 marathons. So I understand that there are going to be times where emotionally and physically you are drained and you are tempted to quit. And you feel like that you're getting rejected. And if you can't hear one more no, you can't take one more step, that you are going to put blood, sweat, and tears into this. There are going to be late nights. There might be early mornings. I invoice sometimes at 4 a.m. because at 2 o'clock when I was pulling orders, all I said to myself is, I need 2 hours of sleep. I need 2 more hours of sleep. Or not more. I need 2 hours of sleep. But I needed to get those invoices out. So I had to stretch myself. There was a lot of sacrifice at first. Do not get me wrong. There was nothing easy when I first started. Nothing. People would say, but it wasn't really known. You had it, everyone was coming to you. But what did I just say? It wasn't known. No one wanted to take the risk of wearing flying pigs on your legs. No one wanted to be the first to walk around with pigs on your legs. No one did. Don't ask me who did, but no one, where I was, no one did. So it was really tough. It was extremely tough. I worked long hours. I worked 90 to 100-hour weeks. No joke. So expect the hashtag team no sleep. You're just going to not get sleep. But that's okay. You can sleep when you die. You can sleep later. So just stretch yourself. Okay. You're going to make mistakes. There's going to be monotony. Just remember, it's consistency. Consistency wins the race. Consistency is going to get you to that finish line, and your goal is your finish line. But again, you're going to be tempted to quit. You're going to be tempted to quit. It's a guarantee. If I sat here and said that I never was tempted to quit at the beginning, I'd be lying. I remember watching my husband sleeping on the couch, and I was so angry that he was sleeping on the couch, and I was up making money for the household because we were 2 teachers and we didn't have a lot of money. And I remember being so angry. So angry. I wanted to throw clothes at him and say, wake up, help me. How dare you go to sleep when I'm working for this family? So I know what it's like to want to quit, but guys, don't. If you've ever done something where at a time you wanted to quit, but you didn't and you followed through, how amazing does that feel? I think of a marathon where I wanted to quit, but there was no way. There's no way. Because that feeling afterwards, it didn't matter how much I cried. I called my husband on my first half marathon crying, going, I don't want to do this. I was at mile 8. I was done. But I persevered. I kept on going, one foot in front of the other. One day out, take one day at a time. Take those 60 ideas of how to make sales, one thing at a time. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't be burdened by a list of 60. Pick out one. And then if that works, keep going. Pick out another until you're happy and you have that you've achieved your goal. You're going to have lots of light bulb moments. Today when I was talking to Jordan Brady, Deanne's son, he said, where your focus, I'm going to read this just to make sure I get it right. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. What you think about is what will become. It's going to become your expectations. It's going to become your thoughts, your feelings. You're going to be blinded by anything, or you're going to be blinded by everything except that one thing. So think about when you go into a presentation and the woman says, and you didn't notice until the person next to you said, dude, listen to her. She keeps saying, and now you can't focus on anything but that. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. You've lost out on the meaning of what that amazing story that she just told because she was nervous and she said a lot. So you're going to have these, holy moly, like these left field, like, oh my God, that's what I needed. I needed that aha moment. I needed that light bulb moment. Because I'm telling you right now, if you are willing to take that step and take that step and take that step, this company will give you all the feels. I love this company. I love you guys. I love everything that this company stands for. I love that it's empowering women and letting women achieve their goals and allowing these women to feel beautiful and feel confidence that maybe they haven't had in a long time. Maybe all they've had is the title of mom, and they're like, you know what? I love being mom. I love being mom, but I need more. Or I don't want to wake up at 5 o'clock every morning and go to a job that I can't stand. Don't get me wrong, I love my job, but I love my children more. So this company will give you all the feels, and I'm telling you right now, it's going to be the wildest ride of your life. It is the wildest ride of your life. You're going to have this very low lows, very high highs, and then you're going to go up and down. It's going to be up and down. I've had days where I've loved it, and I've had days recently going, oh my gosh, can I take another day like this? And then the next day I have a call with Jamie and Jordan. I'm like, okay, I'm good. Life is good. I had, an hour-long conversation with Jamie last night, and then I had a good conversation with Jordan today. And it was like, whoa, the best feeling, the wildest ride of my life, without a doubt. So what I need you guys to do is, what's going to be your why? What do you want from LuLaRoe? Clearly define what you want. And remember that Rome wasn't built in a day. Don't quit. Quitters will give up in their first 6 months. Work through it. This is a business. Don't be upset if your first live video sucks. Dude, I still have live videos that suck. It's all right. Keep going. Take one more step. Guys, take one more step. So commit to 72 to cruise. And that cruise, I'm going to put that cruise in there just as, it doesn't need to be cruise. It doesn't need to be $12,000 a month. Just commit to 72 to your goal. I should have put it that way. Commit to 72. Every 72 days, redo it. Or every 72 hours, redo it. So ask yourself, are you a dropout or are you a graduate? And graduate could just be a little goal. Could be the first is having your first $500 party. Could be the first $5,000 party. 50-piece party. 100-piece party. And you might look at it as that the grass is going to be greener, and that would be quitting. So you will always have the option of quitting. That is one great thing with LuLaRoe, that if it doesn't work out for you, you send it back for free. They'll send you some shipping labels, and you can package all of them up in those nicely little bags that you have or that you get off Amazon because you threw them all away. Package it up, and the company will send you a little piece of paper, and you send it all back. But is that what you really want? Is it that you're just too scared to try a little harder? Or maybe you think you've tried everything. But have you reached out to me? Have you reached out to your trainer? Have you reached out to the other coaches? We're here to help you. I've told my leaders that I challenge anyone who's willing to quit or who's wanting to quit. Give me 3 months and I'll work with you. So if that ever comes across your mind of quitting, you got 3 months with me. Give me 3 months. That's it. Because you all came into this business for a reason. We all came in this business for a reason. Do you not want that anymore? Do you not want your why? Do you not have that why anymore? Maybe you've already achieved your why. Maybe your goal was to get a basement finished, and now you've finished your basement because let's be honest, you can do that with LuLaRoe. And so let's get you a new why. So either way, you're going to pass or fail. Either way, it's going to change your path, okay? You're either going to go with your path and change a new path, or you're going to pursue the business a little further. But either way, for you, you're always going to come out smarter. You'll be a better, more capable person. And hopefully, even if you choose to quit, you're going to make friends to last a lifetime. So either way, this business can and it will change your life forever if you allow it to. But you really need to allow it to. So I'm going to challenge each of you guys to start figuring out what your why is. Why do you want to come into this business? Why did you come into this business if you've been around for a while? What are your goals? What are your expectations? How do you define success? That's a big one that I've been really thinking about a lot lately, because so many of us have different expectations of what success is. But I also want it to be very known that LuLaRoe is very emotionally and physically exhausting, but it's also amazing. It's not just emotionally exhausting, it's emotionally exhilarating and emotionally fulfilling. I mean, look at me, I've got bags under my eyes. I'm almost into this 2 years, and I'm still looking. 5 hours a night is a good night for 23 more days. So I want you to reach out to your sponsor. I want you to reach out to your trainer. I want you to reach out to me. Introduce yourself to me. Let's have a chat. Let's figure out what your goals are. Let's see if your expectations are realistic. My love of being a coach is to help you guys. But again, I only can help you if you let me help you. Okay, I can only let you help me. I can only help you if you let me know that you need help. So please reach out to me. I love getting to meet all you guys, especially on a one-on-one. Team calls don't always allow me to do that. So reach out to me. And I am so excited to watch you guys on your journey and to see where this takes you. So welcome to LuLaHappy. And I look forward to getting to know all y'all.